in after the meeting. I think it's true. At 6 o'clock, so I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank everybody for coming tonight. Go ahead and do roll call. Deb? Here. Sarah? Here. Michelle? Here. Megan? Here. Jason?
Here.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented or amended?
A quick note on the agenda, we added a appointee to the library board recommendation because we have a really full agenda. We put it on consent. If anybody wants it off consent to discuss it, certainly, you're right to do so. Just wanted to give you a heads up in case you hadn't seen it.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented. Second. Motion and second to approve the agenda as presented. Any other questions? Go to vote. Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
All right, on the consent agenda.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Motion and second to approve the consent agenda. Any questions? Not, we'll go to vote. Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
All right, on to new business. Number 7, public hearing on sale of real property owned by the city of Strawberry Point, described as part of parcel number 412-712-6001. We shall open the public hearing at 6:02.
Should probably do a roll call vote on opening the public hearing.
Motion then?
Yeah, motion to enter into
public hearing?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Motion and second to open the public hearing. Any other questions? I'll go to vote. Michelle?
Yes.
Megan? Yes. Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Now we will begin the public hearing at 6:02.
Okay, so as we've been discussing this parcel of property, let me pull it up here. So, wait, this isn't the, I have these in the wrong order. This is the property south of the parking. Right, so this is 2.09 acres of publicly owned land directly south of our park. There is a photo of the beacon in here showing the plot of land. It could have been a better picture, but I think from previous meetings you've all seen it. So the proposal is to have that land subdivided from city-owned land. We have an offer to purchase, which we've discussed in closed session before. This is the public hearing to give the public the opportunity to give input on this and to potentially influence your vote on whether or not we sell this land to the neighboring property owners. So if you wanted to open up the floor for any public comments, or if you have any questions before public comment about this proposal, this would be the good time to do it.
Any public comment? Any questions? We have vote to close the public hearing then if.
Also move that we
Hearing
close.
none.
We need a second on the,
Second.
okay.
Motion and second to close the public hearing. Any other questions? Now we'll vote. Megan? Yes. Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Okay. Public hearing closed at 6:04. We'll move on to number 8. Motion to approve resolution 2427, authorizing the subdivision and sale of a parcel of real property owned by the city, described as part of parcel number 412-712-6001.
I'll make the motion to approve resolution 2427, authorizing the subdivision and sale of parcel.
Motion and second to approve resolution 2427.
Right, and so this is the resolution approving the public hearing or the parcel in the public hearing that we just had. So if there are any other questions or public comments, this is the last bite at the apple before we sell this parcel of property.
All right. Hearing none, we will go to vote. Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We gotta get out of school.
I know, we took up 3 minutes. Very sorry about that.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, we'll move on to number 9. Motion to approve resolution 2428, declaring the intent to sell a parcel of real property owned by the city of Shelby Point, also known as parcel number 412-225-7008.
I make the motion to approve the resolution 24-28.
Second. Motion and second to approve resolution 2428.
All right, as we've discussed this also in closed session, this is a parcel of land next to Natings to the south. This is a city-owned land. It's a 1/4 of an acre. We've had an offer to purchase this by Luke, the owner of Natings, in the amount of $13,000 for the 1/4 acre. And we've discussed his plans to beautify the lots, turn it into additional parking, and to put a gazebo for extra seating out there, and maybe some playthings for kids to play on while they're over there. Staff has looked over this. We think it's a great proposal. We've discussed it in executives or in closed session. And so what we're doing today is just establishing the date for the public hearing, which will be at the next board meeting. And then any questions about this before we go to a public hearing, I'm happy to answer.
All right. Any questions? Now we'll go to vote. Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan? Yes. Jason?
Yes.
Okay. And for the public record, that That public hearing will be on September 4th at 6 p.m. here in City Chambers.
Okay, so we move to number 10, for a motion to schedule that public hearing for the sale of city-owned property on September 4th at 6 o'clock. So,
Second.
motion and second to approve to schedule the public hearing for the sale of city-owned property. Any other questions? Not for the vote, Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Number 11, motion to approve resolution 2429, declaring the intention to vacate a parcel of undeveloped land between property parcel numbers 412-227-6024 and 412-227-7001.
Motion to approve resolution 2429. Second.
Motion second to approve resolution 2429.
So this parcel in question is an undeveloped street that is on our official maps but doesn't actually exist. And so, over time, as the city has owned this property, has been built, Mr. Nading has a driveway that cuts a few feet into one of these parcels. The parcels are essentially dead land for us, and this has been something that has apparently been on the books and in negotiations or in talks for quite some time. So we just wanted to clean this up, and after speaking to the property owners, the proposed way to subdivide the strip of land is from north to south, making half the parcel north and half the parcel south, instead of splitting it east to west, which would just give each a sort of a sliver. This both solves the driveway issue, and it takes dead square footage off of the city books and splits it up between the neighbors. And so we're just honoring what's already been discussed and agreed upon from what I've heard, is this board and also multiple boards before this. So we're happy to finally see this come to fruition. Tonight, we're just approving, if the vote goes that way, the intent to vacate that, and then that would trigger a public hearing just like these other properties, and then after that, a resolution to vacate officially. The plat survey is included. We just got this, so I just added it to the packet today. This will also be in the public hearing in 2 weeks.
Okay. Any other questions? Not go to vote. Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Move to number 12, motion to schedule that public hearing for the vacation of undeveloped land between property parcel numbers 412-227-6024 and 412-227-7001 on September 4th at 6 o'clock.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second to schedule that public hearing to vacate undeveloped land. Any other questions? Not, we'll go to vote. Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
All right, number 13, motion to approve resolution 2430, transferring of funds for Civic Center loan payment.
Make a motion.
You need a motion? I'll second.
Motion second to approve resolution 2430.
Okay, so what this is a net neutral fund balance transfer. So what has been happening is we've been paying the loan payment for the HVAC system for the Civic Center out of the Civic Center fund in our accounts. But the best practices financially is to have all debt payments be paid out of our debt service fund. So this is a transfer that will make the books into the best practices by transferring money, into the debt service fund to pay that debt, and also to move money back, basically we have to move money back into the account where we've paid debt payments, and then make a transfer to make future debt payments out of the debt payment account. So again, this isn't a budget amendment. This doesn't change any of the numbers. All this is changing the account from where we're paying for that HVAC debt service.
Any other questions? Now we'll go to vote. Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
All right, number 14, motion to schedule a public hearing for the voluntary annexation of land described as part of parcels numbers 1716354002, 1716353001, and 17174790002, consisting of 13.6 acres for September 4th at 6 o'clock.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion and a second to schedule the public hearing for the voluntary annexation.
Okay, so this has also been an ongoing project. This is the Bard Materials proposed annexation just here west of town near Mission Road and the State Highway. There's been a couple of changes, which, you know, the proposed contract for the redevelopment of that land will be part of the public hearing. But, you know, one of the ongoing pieces of negotiation is the cost of running water lines out there, or a water line out there. In extensive discussions with Bard, you know, I've brought to their attention that I thought that the $70,000 that they've proposed to help pay for that was considerably lower than what the actual cost was going to be to run the line out there, and in my opinion, it wasn't equitable. And so they have modified their proposal to, A, give us right of first refusal on the purchase of that property should they go to sell it, and then also that they would dig their own well at their own expense, saving the city about $150,000 to $180,000 in cost having to run a line out there. Part of the public hearing will include we're going to have to do a zoning exemption because there is a provision that properties within the city limits are on city water, but there are exceptions, and that would be one of them. If it's far enough outside of town and, you know, industrial in use, and so we have to work out the timing with the zoning and get everything buttoned up before the public hearing, which would be in 2 weeks. But I feel like this new deal is much better for everybody. It keeps their expense the same, but it reduces our expense significantly. Will save us a lot of money, and money that we would probably have to use debt servicing for. So I'm pretty happy with this arrangement.
Thanks for negotiating.
It's been good, and just for the public record, they've been fantastic to negotiate with. Been very ethical, very understanding of the immense cost that it was going to be for us to run water down there. So I want to thank them for, you know, being so open to renegotiating what they thought was already sort of a done deal. So kudos all around on that.
Good. All right, any other questions? Now we'll go to vote. Deb?
Yes.
Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Alright, number 15, motion to enter into a closed session pursuant to Iowa Code Section 21.5IJ to discuss the potential sale or acquisition of property.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion and second to enter into a closed session. Any other questions?
All right, we have to ask everybody to leave. We're going to go into closed session for about 10 minutes before we finish up the meeting. Sorry about the inconvenience. And I'm going to pause the stream.
Let's go to vote. Sarah?
Yes.
Michelle?
Yes.
Megan?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Deb?
Yes.